Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. As you guys can probably tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about why the Sur-ron Light B, not the Storm B, is still the best electric dirt bike that is on the market right now, in my opinion. First, a little bit of context here, guys. The video that you're watching is of a hare scramble that we went to last week in Geneseo, Illinois. If you're new to the channel, we're on a heavily modified Sur-ron. It's set to 8,000 watts, and we're basically racing 200cc dirt bikes. The track that we were on is 7.5 miles. It was really cold, really wet, but it was still a ton of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get to finish the race. On the fourth lap, somehow my GoPro fell off my helmet. And after realizing that, I decided to scour the 7.5 mile lap trying to find my GoPro. I didn't really think that I would because all the leaves are on the ground and it makes it really hard to see. But I did end up finding it, thank God. So the day could have been a lot worse. We still got 4 laps in. We still had a lot of fun, and that's what counts. Alright guys, so let's get back to the topic of the video, and like I said before, it's going to be about why the Sur-ron Light B is still the best electric dirt bike that is on the market right now. I believe it's better than a KTM Freeride, the Sur-ron Storm B, which is Sur-ron's newest electric dirt bike, and I believe that it's even better than the Ultimotor electric dirt bike. Now, these are pretty bold claims because all these other bikes are powerhouses, but I can sum up basically why I believe this in one word, and that is mods. You can upgrade the hell out of this bike and turn it into whatever you want, and I think a lot of people overlook that aspect of the Sur-ron Light B, and I believe that is what makes this bike so much better than all these other high dollar bikes. Now, I do agree that in the stock form of this bike, it doesn't compare to these Altas and Storm Bs and KTM Freerides, there's no way. But this bike has something, a huge pro, like I said, that these other bikes don't have, and that is they're extremely upgradable. They have tons of mods. There's so many third-party companies making mods for this bike that are really insane. Now here's a great example of what I'm talking about right here in this video. We have an upgraded battery in our Sur-ron. We have the Gladiator 60 volt 60 amp hour from Chi Battery Systems, and we're racing really hard in this hare scramble. It's muddy. The laps are 7.5 miles long, and we ended up doing almost 46 miles of riding on this single charge. That is absolutely insane. That is over double what we would have been able to do with the stock battery. And this is the point that I'm getting at, is that all these other bikes, the fact that you can over double your range on an electric vehicle or an electric bike is maddening. It's absolutely insane. An Alta Redshift, a Sur-ron Storm B, KTM Freeride, the new Talaria bike that just came out. None of these other bikes would have been able to get anywhere near the amount of range that this bike just did. And there are also no companies making bigger batteries for these other bikes. So the EPA range that comes with the bike, that's it. That's all you get. Once you're done, you got to sit down and charge it. And I know from experience, and you can ask anyone that's ever owned an electric dirt bike or electric car, and they'll all say that range is king. So this is a big deal, and the fact that you can upgrade your range to be over double, like I said, is absolutely insane. And that's just one of the examples of upgrades that you can do to the bike. You can buy different controllers, you can buy different seats, different fenders, different forks, different rear suspension links, different bash guards. You can buy even bigger batteries than the one that I have right now. You can buy different voltages. Hell, Sur-ron Shop even sells a snow track for this thing, a mod. Now guys, I know upgrading these bikes by no means is cheap, like at all. You can easily spend in between $9,000 and $12,000 on one of your builds. But in my opinion, if you're going to, buy a bigger electric dirt bike for in between $9,000 and $12,000, you might as well just build your own Sur-ron. I think after the build gets done, it's going to be better than the bigger electric dirt bike. So guys, just for an example, the bike that I'm riding in this video right now with all of its mods and all of its upgrades is about 11.5K, which is just about the same price as Sur-ron's new big dirt bike, the Storm B. And I believe that the Light B that I'm riding right now with all of its upgrades performed a lot better than the Storm B would have. The Storm B weighs almost 3 times as much as this bike does, and it's much bigger, much bulkier, so it would have been harder to get through the woods, and it definitely wouldn't have been able to do the range that this thing did. And this thing has very similar power to the Storm B, so that's just an example of what I'm talking about, of how the Light B can be a lot better than a bigger dirt bike for about the same price. And another thing that's great about these Sur-ron Light Bs is that if you just want a bike just to go out and trail ride, you don't have to spend $10,000 just to get a stock bike. These bikes sell for right around $4,000 depending on where you get them from, and you don't have to upgrade it. You don't have to put a ton of money into it. The stock bike is such a fun bike. Sometimes I even miss it. I'm actually thinking about getting a second one just so I can have one to play with. It's just such a fun toy, and that's another reason that I believe this bike is still the best on the market, the best one that you can buy right now, is because the stock form of this bike is just so much fun, and I believe people realize that you don't need to spend $10,000 on a 12 kilowatt electric dirt bike just to go through the woods and have some fun. The Sur-ron is less than half that price, and it'll be able to do anything that you want it to do. And if at any point in time you want to go more extreme, you want to upgrade your bike, you can do that. The only setting in which I could see myself buying one of the bigger electric dirt bikes is a motocross setting, if I rode a lot of motocross. The Sur-ron motor is not meant to do 20 kilowatts full throttle all the time like you need when you're riding motocross. And these other bigger electric dirt bikes, the Alta Redshift, the Storm B, they are meant to do that. They are meant to handle that kind of load. So that's kind of the place where I would switch off and buy one of the bigger bikes. And that's also a setting where you don't need to worry that much about range. You know, like 20 miles of range on a motocross track is going to be plenty, or 25 or 30. So you don't need to worry about range, and all you need really is a ton of power. So that is a setting where I could see myself buying one of the bigger bikes. You can get your Sur-ron to do this. I've seen a couple people do it already, but in my opinion, if you're putting that much money and that much stuff into your bike, for me, I would have just bought in like the Storm B or Redshift. So guys, that is the reason that I believe the Sur-ron is still the best electric dirt bike that you can buy on the market right now. I believe that it will be the best one that you can buy on the market for a long time, until more electric dirt bikes come out and more people make mods for them. The Talaria Sting looks really promising. There's some other bikes that you can get that look kind of promising. But right now and for the near future, I believe the Sur-ron is and will be the best electric dirt bike that you can buy. And most importantly, it is the most fun. People underestimate that it is a lot of fun doing work on your own bike, and I think that's another pro. I love spending time working on my bike. So guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. Do you guys enjoy upgrading your bike? Do you guys still think it's the best one on the market? I really am looking forward to other electric dirt bikes being introduced. I can't wait to see them all. I think that the EV electric dirt bike revolution is starting, and I think we're going to see a lot of new bikes coming out in the next 2 years. And I can't wait until I see more than one Sur-ron that isn't myself on the track. And I believe that that time isn't too far away. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You guys aren't allowed to dislike my videos anymore. Thanks, YouTube. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.